Here we are, southeast Ecuador, Fruit Haven Eco Village. I've got kind of a homestead going on here, and in this cabin, which we're giving another update for, I think it's update number 11. I always lose track of the numbers. Anyways, we're making an entrance now because I realized that, well, I mean, didn't just realize it, but yeah, obviously it's kind of a bit of a jump to get up to where the door's gonna be. And I didn't want to do stairs because that would be silly. You can see the ground kind of slopes down. I have this big flat area here. It's kind of like the bonfire area. The ground slopes down and then goes back up. So why would you walk down and then up the stairs? That would be silly. Instead, we're just kind of doing a flat ramp. And then right here, we're going to make, along the cement footing, coming this way in like a triangle shape, we're going to make a brick retaining wall here, and then in between the two footings, and then there, just going up to meet the level of the ground. So it's actually going to slope a little bit downwards. So that way the rain falling from the roof there, which I haven't put a gutter on yet, but anyways, it's still going to fall there. It's not going to run onto the wood, it's going to run down onto the ground here and go that way. So hopefully it'll be cool. So I'll do the retaining wall, we'll fill everything in the middle with gravel, and then we'll put either a thin layer of cement on top or a layer of bricks, of red bricks with cement in between, so it looks pretty cool. And this is super, super sturdy and hard. We have 12 by 12 centimeter beam down here, and then we put 10 by 10s here, just because it's a small thing, so it's not a huge expense, and it's super, super hard. And we kind of planed a little thing, a little cut corner on the edge of each of these, so there's a grip. Because otherwise it could get super slick, especially if we polyurethane this outside part, which I might do, to keep it from getting dirty after staining it. Yeah, basically you would walk onto it if it gets a little bit wet and just slip right down. So I wanted to make sure there was plenty of grip there. So you can walk up it. Really sturdy, doesn't really move. And then the inside of the building is kind of the same as it was as we did when we did the last update. The thing that mainly changed is you can see that yellow crap up there. I guess we're going to cover that with a piece of wood or something, so it looks a little bit better. But the main thing, that's a spray foam that we're filling the gaps in between the top piece of wood and the roof sheets. That way bugs and bats can't get in here, because we're going to put screens on the windows and make it tight. Same thing up there, there was little tiny gaps in between the roof rafter and the roof sheet. So we put a piece of wood up along there to fill that. You just see a very thin sliver of light coming through, but that's it. So anyways, we're kind of waiting for the wallboards to dry a bit more. These big ugly brown stains is basically just the wood fill we put in, but we haven't sanded it. So once we sand it, it's going to take the stains down, and it's just going to be little spots. It'll be like roughly the same color of the wood. So we've done that all around it. I don't want to be filling the cracks in between the boards with wood fill just yet, because these boards still might shrink a little bit. Now they were drying for a year, but this super, super mature hardwood does not just dry overnight. I mean, even after a year, it's still got some shrinking to do. So we put it on the walls. I was okay with that because it's shiplap. If it shrinks a little bit, that's fine. There's not going to be any gaps. There's just going to be, I mean, there's not going to be any gaps straight through because it gets to their little shiplap part in there, the L-shaped cut. So it'll be a little bit of a gap. We'll fill it with wood fill. It'll be fine. I would have had to wait a lot longer to get it to the point where it doesn't shrink at all, but that's silly. And I've been measuring the floorboard humidity, the moisture, with my moisture meter. I hold it up to it and it tells me, oh, this one has 16% moisture, this one has 12% moisture. Not sure how accurate it is. It's just relatively accurate, so I know one board is drier than the other. And I know that usually once it gets to about 7%, then they're perfect for insulation, but then they really do not shrink. But a lot of these, most of these are still over 12. So I might pick all the ones that are at 10% humidity moisture and start installing them on this side, at least so I have one section where the floor is totally installed. And the rest, we might cut them and fit them, but not actually screw them in until they've shrunken the rest of the way. Yeah, like I said, some wood, a lot of wood we have, and after a year is fully dry. It's down to 7%. But this wood was a lot more mature and it's taking longer to dry. And anyways, I'm fine with that. It's super high quality wood. So these windows, for now to save money, I'm just going to put black shade cloth on them to stop, because that stops the bugs perfectly fine. And then when, yeah, maybe when crypto goes up again or make a bit more money, whatever, I'll be able to put actual window screens and it's going to look great. And I think I still have to harvest blackberries today. I'm probably getting like 1 or 2 pounds a day now from that, just this short little 24 meter thing while they're in season and popping off. All right. Oh, the other thing, after we do the entrance ramp and make that all nice, then we're probably going to put in the door. Once the door is in, we're going to check if it's okay to sand and fill the rest of the wall. If not, we'll just put in the window screens and leave it like this for now. And I can kind of move in and start sleeping in here instead of the tent.